Hey, what's up? Jen, the struggle is real. I saw your video, and my wife impressed upon me to try and share the magic of how to get your spouse to work with you. I don't know that I am the standard of authority on this subject because I am sometimes not terribly consistent either. I've lost close to about 80, 90 pounds in the last 2 years with diet and exercise. I can tell you what works. What works is counting calories and consuming less calories than you burn off. For me, I noticed that I can at least keep my weight stable no matter what I eat, provided I exercise for about 45 minutes daily vigorously. But that's not really going to be the be all end all for everybody. And I suppose the biggest question is how you can get your husband in. So let's jump right into that. For me, it was a simple matter of I wanted to be with my wife. I wanted to be doing what she was doing. We're a pair of bookends. Everything that she does, I want to be doing with her. We ride motorcycles together. We shoot pool together. Everything we do together. And when she's not around, I feel somewhat incomplete. And I don't know how to encourage that. I do know this. Raising a husband, that's right. I said raising a husband because good husbands don't exist. We are made sometimes by our mothers and then finished by our wives by virtue of the same way you raise a child or you train a dog. Everybody requires training. Husbands need training. Wives need training. Everybody needs training. And the way training works is two-pronged. Either it's to punish negative behavior or reward positive behavior. Now, all the child psychologists and PETA says that you have to reward positive behavior. So that means every time somebody does something right the way you want it, you make a big deal out of it, even if it's something very small. And I mean a big deal. So how does that work with a husband? Well, I used to call it the carrot. When it came to the kids, they would always have some reward that was waiting for them off in the distance, and they had to accomplish something in order to get that carrot. So in your husband's case, maybe you might rubber stamp something with a go that he wants. And you would have to decide what that is. Like, for instance, like I already have a motorcycle, but let's just say, for instance, he wanted a motorcycle. You pick a target weight, and you say, if by springtime you have lost that weight, you can have your motorcycle. You know what I mean? But it has to be something reasonable for whatever the goal weight is, but it also should be awesome enough that there's no way he doesn't want it. Everybody wants something. You have to figure out what his something is. You have to figure out a way to make it happen, and you have to rubber stamp it and put the deal on the table like this is happening if you do this. Another thing is that's the big carrot. Then there's little carrots. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to withhold from your husband. That is not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that there's small things that he likes to do and places he likes to go and things that he likes to eat. And these things should be held as rewards. They shouldn't just be given freely. You know what I mean? If he doesn't eat right, he needs to be on the scale a couple of times or maybe every day to see which direction he's going in. And he needs to be aware. Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes it's just enough to say, babe, your average human male needs about 1,400 calories, and that one meal you're eating right there is like 800. That means you're not going to lose any weight for the day, and if you eat 3 more meals like that, you're going to gain weight as a result of that meal over time. You can't just keep eating like that. Show him pictures of fat and how fat takes up so much more space than muscle. The statistics is one loses 3 to 7 pounds of muscle a year without vigorous exercise. And you gain 3 to 7 pounds of fat, so even if your weight does not change, you're still getting unhealthy if you're not exercising regularly. He obviously must be feeling the pinch. He must be feeling the loss. He must be feeling the gain of weight and the loss of strength. Clearly, he must. The way to fix that is to bring it to his attention, but let him find it out. Like, go for walks together. Say, baby, I want to walk. You know, it's getting dark earlier. I don't. Why don't you come with me? I don't feel safe by myself. Why don't you come with me so I don't feel, you know, like it's dangerous out there, please? And then walk together. Go to a school, walk around a track together, and you get your pace up, get your heart rate up, and you know, he'll give you the slow down. Like, come on, babe, you can do it. You can keep up with me. Come on. And you know, you make it so that it's a bit of a challenge for him. Make it manageable to him. Start small. Start slow. You know, if he's down, you know, try and sign up for fitness related activities, you know. Go to the Y. You know, if you got a friend who has a membership somewhere that they can let you guys use, go ahead and use that membership. There's always a way. I am making the video that you asked me to make, and you're calling off the hook. Okay, well, I'm going to come up now. I'm just finishing my video here. And I'm recording me talking to you, so you got to buzz off. I'll be right there. Bye. That's my wife saying she's coming home with groceries, which brings me to the last and most important point. She who controls the grocery list controls the consumption. That's right, I said it. If you don't buy it, he can't eat it. So you make sure that you don't buy bread or you buy multi-grain breads. Don't just put them on hiatus instantly. Start gradually. Brown rice, whole grain pastas. Try to at least once a week make some kind of awesome salad just to get them started, like some kind of really packed with goodness, yummy, wholesome salad so that at least he doesn't notice. So if you start with the gradual things like the more healthy breads and the more healthy pastas, and instead of white potatoes, red, sweet potatoes or yams are a healthier choice. Instead of potatoes altogether, take some carrots, chop them up, steam them. Go with steamed carrots. You don't have to do start cold turkey, but if you start just raising his activity level a little bit, go for walks, bicycling, swimming, borrowing somebody's gym membership, controlling his consumption by virtue of making his lunch for him and putting the amounts of things that he should be having and not letting him make his own lunch or him buy lunch out, because a lunch that's made at home is almost always healthier than one that you buy out. Offer incentives, both small and large, for short-term and long-term progress. Measure regularly. Get yourself a blood pressure meter. Get yourself a diabetes meter. Yeah, even if you don't have diabetes, get a meter. Even if you don't have blood pressure, get a meter so that you can test these things and so he can see how his body is reacting to what he's eating versus the normal. You know what I mean? Get a checkup done, because if his cholesterol's up and anything's not right, his doctor will tell him. And sometimes people need to hear things from an authority instead of each other. Okay? So those are my suggestions. By all means, you can private message me if you have anything more specific. That seems to work for me, not to mention I get massive headaches when I eat too much salt or sugar. I can usually tell when I'm dehydrated just by the look of my skin. I can usually tell how good I've eaten or bad I've eaten by my workout suffer. Then Jen knows she can read me like a book by now. You want to be able to control it as covertly as possible. You don't want to push him. You want to show him the path and guide him to it. Offer rewards. That's my biggest one. And control what comes into the house. Because if it doesn't come into the house and it's delicious and he eats that and it's healthy, if the unhealthy things don't come in the house, the healthy things come in the house. Healthy alternatives to everything that you consume, and he'll get on board. I'm more than sure of it. If you have any questions, holler. I got to go help Jen with the groceries. Peace.